Football and Hibs have begun to release players following their relegation to the Championship. Defeat on penalties by Hamilton Accies in a play-off means Hibs drop down along with their Edinburgh rivals Hearts. Our senior football reporter Alistair Lamont has the latest.
Hordes of angry Hibs supporters demand the heads of those they deem responsible for this. The club's slide down the league ended yesterday in defeat in a relegation play-off. Hamilton Accies' joy was in stark contrast to Hibernian's desolation, and the man at the top bore the brunt of the frustration.
Rod Petrie, and to a lesser extent Tom Farmer has strangled this club. He's gave us hardly any funds to buy decent players, and we've always lived off scraps.
Terry Butcher's the latest one in a long line of managers that have come in here and had his hands tied. He's been restricted in what he wants, and if he can't get what he wants, he can't get players. And that's Mr. Petrie, it's a fault. No one else.
We just didn't seem to have it in the park. We didn't seem to have any fight. We didn't seem to have any team spirit.
A broken squad is already being dismantled further, with Terry Butcher informing several players this morning, including Ben Williams and Kevin Thompson, they were no longer required. But what of the manager's future?
My future and the future of a lot of people is not in my hands now, so we'll wait and see. But yes, I'd love to stay and get a team together that can mount a serious promotion challenge next year. If we do continue, we've got to make sure that we rebuild. Perhaps this club needs it. Perhaps this club needs a chance to regroup and clear a lot of people out and clear a lot of things out and make sure that we come back fighting and come back stronger.
The rebuilding starts now, but a swift return to the top flight is far from certain. Alistair Lamont reporting Scotland.
Sport and Hibernian have released 14 players following their relegation to the Scottish Championship. Terry Butcher's side threw away a 2-goal first leg lead against Hamilton Academical in yesterday's Premiership play-off. Paul Barnes reports.
This was Hibernian's last act as a Premiership club. Their penalty shootout defeat ended a horrendous 6 months at Easter Road that saw the team drop like a stone down the league table. In the aftermath of Hamilton's victory, Terry Butcher warned his players decisive action would follow.
In many aspects, the club needs a whole restructure. It needs to be changed around, and it needs to be improved, and it needs to be built from stronger foundations. And if that's to be the case, then that's the case.
The reaction has been swift. Scotland international Kevin Thompson, club captain James McPake and goalkeeper Ben Williams are among 14 players who won't be returning to the club. Hibs need a new team, but will Butcher be the man leading them into the Championship?
I mean, I want to continue because to be able to restructure the club the right way. I feel I would like to have that opportunity, but I think that situation is out of my hands now.
Trailing 2-0 from the first leg, Hamilton gave everything to salvage the tie. Jason Scotland reduced the deficit after 13 minutes, and Accies equalised with virtually the last kick of the ball, Anthony Andreu stabbing the ball home. Penalty kicks decided the outcome. Manager Alex Neil says his side were worthy winners.
We were desperate to win, and I thought Hibs were terrified to lose, and you can understand that being the Premier League team. I even thought the first game I thought we were the better side, albeit they won 2-0, but I thought we looked as if we wanted to go and try and win the game, and they were terrified to lose the game.
Butcher wants the opportunity to lead his side back to the top flight, but with Rangers and Hearts just two of the sides competing for 2 promotion spots, that will be a big ask. Paul Barnes, STV News.
Shinty is celebrating a new